Sonia, currently the COO of Digitas India, has held significant positions like Senior VP at Ogilvy, India Lead for Team Microsoft at Wunderman. Welcome, Sonia, on board.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Wow. You see, after college, the first few years into the job, the main focus was on what's the package. And the focus was on that who got the highest package. And it was a belief that the one who gets a higher package, he's on the right track in his or her career. But then as we moved ahead, we realized different flavors which career had to offer. So help me understand how can professionals determine if they are on the right track in their careers?
I think I'd start off by asking you, what is the right track? To me, there is no standardized right track, really, is there? Right? I've met people who want to be CEOs, young girls in my team. There are others for whom the right track seems to lead to a win at Cannes Lion. For others who, it's an additional, they don't want to take an additional responsibility that comes with the designation. They are happy doing what they're doing currently, right? So it's kind of hard to say what that right track is. But the big point is, when do you sort of say this is the direction or this is the track that I'm headed towards? And that, again, there is no set formula to get there, right? Or when that's going to happen. When do you figure out that this is the right track for me? My husband, he was an advertising professional. A few years into his, what could have been his career, he decides to pivot and move to become a cricket writer.
Is it?
And that, and that sort of has become the right track for his career, and he's stuck onto it, right? So really, to be able to figure out what your right track is, it changes over time. It depends on where your heart is, right? And how much effort you're willing to put into it, and with what degree of enthusiasm are you willing to get there. Because whatever that right track's going to be, in my experience, it's not that the right track is going to be any easier than any other track that you're going to be in.
We always tend to compare that, am I moving at the same pace or at a faster pace as compared to people in my league, in my domain, or am I like lacking behind? So how can professionals measure the pace of their career progression?
I mean, like we said, there are markers all around, right? Which they're all around us. Somebody who started off in this at the same time that I did is at this position, whereas I'm here, someone's earning this and I'm earning that much. So all of that is going to be there. And it takes a bit of sort of maturity to be able to figure out that the same markers that apply to somebody else don't necessarily have to apply to you. It's not easy by any way. Like, you have to train your brain a lot to be able to pull back and say, hold on. I'm happy to be in the rat race, or I can sit back and say, I'm going to leave these markers aside. I think the pace is, some people I know who have, Devas, who have like a plan, right? They have a 3-year plan and a 5-year plan and a 1-year plan, and they on the dot when it comes, absolutely on point on how they are tracking against their plan, right? And successfully so. This requires a certain type of personality. If I want to get there, these are the certifications I need to be able to get there in the next 1 year. And there are others who kind of go with the flow a little bit, but yet behind, in their head, they know that there is progression that's happening. Really, it's a marathon, and that pace will also keep changing. Today you'll have a 3-year plan. After 3 years, you'll say, no, just let me chill. Then after that, you may get back on into the race.